Hey there, fellow crafters and curious minds. Welcome back to another captivating episode of Did You Know? Today, we're journeying through time to an era when cross-stitch was more than just threads and fabric. We'll be uncovering the remarkable world of cross-stitch in education. Imagine a classroom where needles and threads were the tools of learning and stitches told stories of family, poetry, and dreams. Get ready to embark on a journey where threads weave together the art of education. Did you know that way back in time, cross-stitch was like a classroom? Girls would learn to cross-stitch not just for fun, but to prepare for important tasks like sewing clothes for their families later on. They'd practice by making at least 2 stitching samplers to learn all sorts of things. And here's something really cool. Cross-stitch wasn't just about pictures. It was like a magical way to learn numbers and letters too. The patterns had shapes and symbols that taught girls about math and letters. Imagine learning while stitching. Girls, like artists with needles, would stitch their own journeys through sampler projects. These weren't just patterns. They were poems, family records, and reflections on life. Through each stitch, they learned about mortality and cherished beliefs. But wait, it gets even more amazing. Cross-stitch wasn't only about art. Samplers were a unique kind of storytelling. They shared family history, celebrated poetry, and reflected the spiritual beliefs of the time. So while they stitched, they also learned about the world around them. As they threaded needles and wove stories, young minds were also learning important life skills. They discovered the joy of creating something beautiful with their own hands. These samplers weren't ordinary pieces of fabric. They were expressions of creativity, patience, and family pride. Stitching samplers wasn't solely about thread and fabric. It was a lesson in patience, creativity, and the preservation of stories. These pieces were like time capsules, capturing moments, dreams, and traditions. As you dive into your own cross-stitch projects, you're not just stitching fabric. You're weaving yourself into a rich tapestry of tradition and tales. With every stitch, you're reaching back in time, embracing creativity, and crafting your own story. But guess what? The journey isn't over. Brace yourself for our next episode, where we unravel how cross-stitch threads tranquility into our lives. Eager to discover the magic of cross-stitch in boosting mental well-being. Don't miss out. Stay tuned. Keep stitching, and let's sew our way to serenity.